where the air is so thin that every breath comes at a cost. A chase has begun. Ahead is an ibex, an animal born to master cliffs that seem almost impossible to climb. Behind it is the snow leopard, one of the most elusive predators of the high mountains. Here, speed alone does not decide the outcome. What matters even more is who understands the mountain better. The snow leopard accelerates. Its broad paws act like natural snowshoes, spreading its weight across the soft snow. Its low-slung body, powerful shoulders, and long tail work together to maintain balance as it weaves through rocks and ice. But the ibex is far from an easy target. Its hooves are perfectly designed for mountain life. Hard outer edges grip narrow ledges, while soft inner pads increase friction on rough stone. Each species carries a remarkable toolkit, refined by evolution over countless generations. And within the next few moments, one of those toolkits will be pushed to its limits. The ibex races into a narrow rocky passage. The space tightens. The distance between predator and prey suddenly feels much smaller. Inside these confined corridors, the snow leopard doesn't have to follow in a straight line. It can use rocks, hidden angles, and steep slopes to intercept its target. Yet this is also where the ibex reveals its greatest advantage. It is not running blindly. Every step guides it towards steeper, narrower, and more difficult terrain. Places where the snow leopard's strength begins to give way to precision. The chase is no longer simply about speed. It has become a test of the mountain itself. Both animals burst out of the rocky passage. Ahead lies a vast frozen river, smooth, slippery, and almost completely exposed. On ice, a single misstep can change everything. The ibex loses its footing, but quickly regains its balance. Animals that spend their lives in high mountains possess extraordinary control over their bodies. Powerful muscles, a low center of gravity, and lightning-fast reflexes allow them to recover from mistakes that could prove fatal for other species. The snow leopard continues its pursuit, but every burst of speed consumes precious energy. At this altitude, even a perfectly adapted predator cannot run forever. So why hasn't it stopped? High above the chase, a golden eagle appears. It is not taking part in the hunt. Riding invisible columns of rising air, it circles effortlessly across the valley. Its extraordinary eyesight scans the landscape below. A struggling animal, an injured survivor, or even the remains of a successful hunt can all become opportunities. In nature, a confrontation is rarely witnessed by only two participants. Other creatures are always watching. And in the mountains, no source of energy is ever wasted. The terrain changes once again. Ice gives way to a chaotic field of broken rocks. Loose stones shift beneath every step. Hidden crevices lie concealed beneath fresh snow. The ibex chooses the higher route. The snow leopard searches for the shorter one. In the wild, snow leopards usually rely on stealth and a powerful surprise attack rather than prolonged pursuits. If the first attempt fails, they must immediately weigh the chance of success against the energy already lost. This calculation can mean the difference between survival and starvation. A failed hunt is not merely today's disappointment. It may reduce the predator's chances of surviving the days ahead. The gap begins to close once again. The snow leopard lowers its body, using every available foothold to maintain momentum. Its long tail swings behind it like a counterbalance, stabilizing every sharp turn. The ibex cannot turn back. Its only safe path lies ahead. But ahead stands a deep mountain chasm. Between the two cliffs stretches a gap that leaves no room for error. This is the moment the entire chase has been leading toward. Not the place where one animal runs faster than the other, but where understanding the landscape becomes more important than raw strength. The Ibex gathers speed. It reaches the final point of takeoff and launches into the air. For a brief instant, there is no snow, no rock, no solid ground, only momentum and the opposite cliff. It lands safely. Its powerful legs absorb the impact before instantly restoring perfect balance. The snow leopard leaps after it. This remarkable cat is capable of extraordinary jumps, powered by strong hind legs and an exceptionally flexible body. But the prey has gained the one advantage that matters most: distance. On a mountainside, just a few extra meters can separate life from death. The Ibex continues climbing an almost vertical wall of rock. This is the world its body was designed for. Each hoof requires only the smallest projection. Every step carries it farther into terrain where larger predators struggle to maintain speed. The snow leopard finally stops below, not because it lacks strength, but because continuing the pursuit now carries greater risk than potential reward. In nature, knowing when to stop is just as important as knowing when to attack. The snow leopard must conserve its energy. There will be other opportunities, other mountains, and many more difficult days ahead. High above, the Ibex finally stands still. Its breathing gradually slows. Below, the snow leopard watches one last time before quietly turning away. There is no absolute winner here. The Ibex has preserved its life. The snow leopard must continue searching for food. Neither animal represents good or evil. One runs to survive. The other hunts, for exactly the same reason. That is the simple, unforgiving truth of life in the high mountains. The chase is over, but life across these frozen peaks continues. Melting ice feeds streams that eventually become rivers flowing toward distant valleys. The golden eagle continues soaring on rising mountain winds. The herd of Ibex moves across steep slopes in search of fresh vegetation while avoiding danger. The snow leopard disappears into the landscape, almost invisible against rock and snow. Every species plays a different role within this fragile ecosystem. The Ibex transforms mountain plants into energy. The snow leopard helps regulate prey populations. Scavengers recycle what remains. Nothing exists in isolation. On these seemingly barren peaks, life remains connected in ways we rarely notice. A single footprint pressed into fresh snow. A feather carried by the wind. A trickle of water flowing from ancient glaciers. Each is part of a much larger system. Moments like this chase may leave us breathless, but the true beauty of nature lies beyond predator and prey. It is found in adaptation, in resilience, and in the delicate balance that connects every living creature with its environment. When we protect these mountains, we are not protecting only snow leopards or ibex. We are preserving an entire web of life, one that has taken millions of years to evolve. The wild does not need us to invent its stories. It asks only that we take the time to observe, to understand, and to ensure those stories continue for generations to come.